Sit back and wait through the daylight. Sit back and wait through the daylight. Slip and slide on subway grades. Issues like moments I skate. Fall through like change in the daylight. Fall through like change in the daylight. I miss up the lines in my road. Some call it on my road. Maybe I'll paint them in myself. 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 These sidewalks slick with limestone. The signals end in a payphone. It rings like all through the daylight. It rings like all through the daylight. Daylight, you could try to hang out, but someday I'll see without these brains.
We count on technology for everything that we do, and there is a time constraint in almost everything that we do. So technology really is a benefit to that time constraint, because today you can achieve results in very short fashion without having to go through the various stages that one would have to go through, say, only 10 years ago.
Plugging in 2.4 megapixel. So the quality has changed immensely in a short period of time, and it's given more control to anyone. Anyone where it was, before there was like a limited amount of people you had to go through, you had to get a bunch of training and get all the skills to adapt. Now you pick up a camera, you can get it at any store, you can go online, you take a tutorial, you learn how to use your own editing software, and you're good to go.
I remember talking to my staff, and there were probably about 20 employees of HBS at that point, and I said, okay, if you're not on a computer, a year from now you won't be working in this agency.
Remember in the past when we used newspapers and magazines to advertise? Then came the radio that made advertising reach the masses through audio. 30 years after the radio was invented, the world was introduced to television and advertising was made into audio and visual. The average views of advertisements in the past easily reached up to 10 million views in a day. Although using past media advertisements still exists, our present means of advertising takes it to a whole new level. How? Digital advertising is still seen on social networking websites, as well as all over the internet. From 10 million views, new media has been able to generate 250 million views in a day. With the advancements of technology, advertisement is even now on your handphones.
Many of our clients, you would see that where mass media, as an example, might have played a major role in most advertising campaigns. It may have played an 80% role in the past. Now that portion is being eroded by technology, by web ads, by things that we're doing on the web. So technology is a very important aspect of everything that we do.
I was at a press conference the other day, and I was filming with my actual GoPro that was high def, 1080p, and I was looking at the guys that were working with network TVs, and they still had the big, huge systems, and I'm going, was it had the ability to walk around and get better angles than that they had. And I was saying before, like, you don't have actual film, so the editing process is much faster. You're not cutting anything, you're running through, you have the ability to quickly grab a piece of footage from your reel, cut it, edit it, and ship it out within a matter of an hour or two. Whereas if you were dealing with actual film, the process is quite lengthy and could take about 2 hours.
The one nice thing about it, working on the web, is that since we use Linux systems for everything, Mac is a Linux system in the base, so the same way the server acts, we can play with on Mac the same. So it's neat for that aspect. Like, a lot of people on Windows, they have to get special applications where this is all just built right in. So for web development, it's a lot easier.
So we took people off art tables and put them on computers, and that would have been probably about 1980, maybe 85, something like that. But I remember my staff freaking out because I was saying, okay, you're not going to be here next year, or if you're not actually, and in that case, of course, it was Mac, you weren't operating on a Mac.
We shall prevail.
On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
Hi, I'm a Mac home movie.
It looks really professional, right?
Well, great. Bye.
Wait.
What?
What about your squeezy?
Please.
Well, okay, sure.
What's up? PC home movie.
Work in progress?
Where you look at something from The Matrix, and when they filmed the huge scene, there was infinite amount of cameras that were surrounding people as they were filming. You have the exact same effect today with someone that's got a camera on their head, someone's filming on the outside, you do 2 takes and you edit together. The cost is very, very cheap.
As people and the creativity, because you have to be able to, it's like it's 24/7 now. You have to be kind of ready to move and change, right? Whereas before you do a campaign, you know, you run it 3 months from now and then you sit back and wait, right? And hopefully the sales come in or something like that. Now they're able to just, like there's no, I say there's no time flow. Instead of having to buy, you know, 12 television stations across Canada and 30 radio stations to do a media plan, now you have to look at all the different, those plus all the other opportunities, and they are opportunities.
We as a company are social issues marketing experts, which means that we're changing behavior, changing attitudes. Well, if we're trying to get someone to stop smoking, as an example, you want to impact on the smokers, and how do you identify who the smokers are? Nowadays, with technology, you're able to do that.
It's kind of a little bit, sorry, what's the term? It's not, it's kind of like guerrilla journalism. It's kind of guerrilla advertising. You have the ability to get in and do a bunch of things without having huge, massive crews, without going through and getting, having huge, long day shoots and going on location. You can go in and out, a couple seconds, get the shots you need, and get out of there.
But I guess the best thing is just being able to track everything and to change on demand. If there's ever any request to modify the content, we can do it instantly, so it's not as worrisome. You can rush to get things out and get them perfect after. So that's definitely good.
What has been one of the biggest benefits is how Facebook has allowed technology and their platform for us to be able to target people with their advertising. We have many different clients that have different products and different services that speak to different types of consumers. So when we're creating ads, we have the ability to target people by age, by sex, by geography, and also by their interests. Until recently, the work that we would do when we would put a landing page for our advertising on Facebook would be a static page. But one of the new technologies that Facebook has allowed developers like yourself to use is something called iframe technology. And what iframe technology is an ability to use an iframe to pull different media into the Facebook platform to make it more interactive, more like a website, where we can install video, we can install links to e-commerce pages, and we can make the Facebook page more engaging for the end user.
So if you're doing Google AdWords, you'd be running pretty much the same campaign on the ads, so you can track, you can offer different ads, but on the landing page side, a lot of people don't do it, but in bigger marketing firms, what you really want to do is, like the color of a button is going to affect how often it gets clicked. So you test little tiny elements to tell like which is going to make the bigger difference in the end. as you keep going with the campaign, you can narrow it down and really increase your click-through rates. So,
one of the other advantages of technology that Facebook and Google have been able to provide us as marketers is insights into the people that click on our advertising. In the past, we were able to find out how many clicks we would receive and maybe where they were coming from, but now because social media is so in-depth and you fill out so much information, from a marketing perspective, the data that we get now is far more valuable. Once we run an ad, we were able to find out the age and the sex of the people that are clicking on it, their habits, and this is really valuable information because when we get this data back, we're able to analyze it, and then it'll help us determine future marketing campaigns and what we should be doing and who we should be targeting. So I think in summation, the technology has allowed us to capture more information about the people that are engaging in our ads, and this makes this information more valuable.
Walmart sees an upsurge in one product when anything happens, right? So now what they do, as soon as they base their ad, when they can predict when something's going to happen, they stock the product, they have their ads, they have all their communication built around that event, that date, whatever it is that they know. And that's what analytics allow you to do, right? Just to be able to respond so quickly. But you do have to have the technology in place, and the data mining capabilities, right, in order to take it. What it comes down, everybody says, oh, it's all different, it's all different. Guess what? It still comes down to numbers. It's cost per thousand, right? That's what I say to people. No, it's not that difficult. As long as the media have the analytics and can show you what they're delivering, both in terms of audience psychographics, in terms of numbers, hey, it's still the same thing, right?
The creative idea that cuts through the clutter is the one that is most remembered and impacts so well that the receiver does something about it. So activates the receiver to do something about it.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. You still have to deliver the numbers, you still have to deliver the quality environment, and you still have to have your messages right. And if you don't do the research and if you don't test your ideas, then you fall into the same trap that any other marketer would.